Hola! Let me start off with I am originally from Mexico and I am talking to you from San Francisco, California. And today we're going to talk about some Spanish slang words you need to know before traveling to Mexico. Okay, so let's start with the first word here or saying, and it is ¿qué onda? And ¿qué onda? Is actually what's up in Mexico, and locals love this phrase. We use it all the time. I know I use it all the time when I'm talking to my friends and family from home, and you'll hear it often when you're in Mexico. It's a simple casual greeting and along the lines of like ¿qué pasa? Or ¿qué tal? Which also would be, what's happening? How are you? What's going on? So you would use this in an example, like for example, friends saying to you, ¿qué onda? And you will respond, voy al cine, ¿quieres ir a comer conmigo? That's my response to ¿qué onda? Which means I'm going to the movies, would want to come with me. So that is ¿qué onda? It actually means onda, actually means wave, so it's a little bit of a kind of casual ¿qué onda? So then the next word is no manches. So no manches, very expressive, very dramatic, and it's kind of like, no way, you're kidding, and so this is used to express like disbelief, kind of like, get out of here, like, so it's literally translates to don't stain. So if you can imagine yourself, maybe you're in a restaurant and you're with your best friend, and maybe she's had too much to drink or he's had too much to drink, and they accidentally pour wine all over your beautiful white clothing, and you're just gonna get up and you're gonna be kind of upset and you're gonna say no manches, like, what are you doing? So you have to be a little bit careful. Some people might find that offensive, but there's definitely a more vulgar version of this, and it is, sorry, bad word, no mames. So try not to say that word, and it pretty much means don't suck. So much better and a little bit nicer, not as bad, is no manches. That is super common. So next word is aguas. So aguas is literally means waters. So the expression is best way of telling someone, or used best a way of telling someone, be careful, watch out, like sort of like if you need to, make sure to dip or, dive or dodge this possible danger ahead. So you would definitely say something like, let's say you're walking and there's some construction, and maybe there's this big hole that you haven't seen that you're about to walk into, and someone behind you yells, or next to you in front of you yells, aguas, because you're not looking and you're gonna fall into this super deep hole. So no, you do not want to hear aguas all the time, because that usually means you need to dodge some danger. So that is what aguas means. It's used very common in Mexico. So the next one is chela, or some people might use cheve. And that means beer, which directly, proper word for beer is going to be cerveza. So a lot of people regionally in Mexico, depending on where you are, they might have different words for beer. And so one of these is going to be chela. And if you know and you've been to Mexico, you know michelada, which is a really cool, awesome, refreshing beer, spicy kind of twist to it, served to you usually really good on a hot summer day at the beach. So chela would be for beer. So you would say something like, like, ¿Quieres ir conmigo? ¿Quieres salir conmigo esta noche? ¿Qué quieres hacer esta noche? So, ¿qué quieres hacer esta noche? What do you want to do tonight? So a friend would probably respond if they like to drink beer. They'd say, hay que ir a un bar a tomar unas chelas. So let's go to a bar and have some beers, So that's chela. Right, so the next one is estar pedo. So estar pedo is to be drunk. So one is pretty straightforward. Its literal translation is actually fart, to be fart. So no one really likes the way that translates, but I don't know why and I don't know how it came to that. While the phrase sounds a bit strange, it's useful for vacationing or clubbing in Mexico, especially after you've had several chelas. You definitely want to know if someone's asking you that you've had enough. Maybe that would be, kind of like a response from you as well. So someone would ask, ¿Estás bien? Are you okay? And you would respond to them, no, estoy muy pedo. Pedo for hombres, peda for pedo for men, hombres, peda for females, for women. And you could say, no, I am not. I'm very drunk. Not okay. So good time to stop drinking there. And so the next one, you see this little story happening. The next one is estar crudo. Crudo. So crudo actually means raw in Spanish. So like if you say, I want raw fish, like with my, sushi, I want raw fish with sushi or in my sushi, then you would say, pescado crudo, which means raw fish. So unfortunately, whenever you're hungover, after having all the chelas and being pedo or peda, the next day you will be crudo or cruda. Cruda for women, crudo for men. So that is how it works. So that's the literal translation. So someone would say, ¿Te sientes bien? Again, are you feeling okay the next day after you had all these drinks? And your response would be, no, tomé demasiado anoche, estoy cruda, me being a female, cruda. So no, I drank too much last night and now I am hungover. So the next one is güey. And güey, and then we'll go into carnal or carnala. So güey is super common. If you're around Mexicans, you will definitely hear güey over and over again, which is essentially the equivalent of dude. So carnal is similar, but it's usually reserved for people whom you have a closer relationship with, and maybe it'll be the equivalent to like bro. Or sometimes it doesn't work both ways with women. In English, I don't know, sister from another mister. So basically, ¿Qué vamos a hacer hoy, güey? Is kind of like, what are we doing today, dude? And honestly, I don't use this word a lot because I just don't feel comfortable saying that word. I think a lot of men use it often, but I don't know. In Mexico City, I'm sure, in the capital, a lot of females say that to each other and it's more relaxed. So I just preferably don't use way, but it's super common that I hear everybody else say it or men say it to each other, especially if they're friends. So so that's way, and I do not use carnal or carnala either. I would definitely say this is something more men use to express like bro, sister. So you can always say, ¿Qué vamos a hacer hoy, güey? What are we doing today, dude? And you can respond if you were a man, no estoy seguro, carnal, not sure, bro. And that's a slang word for you. Right, so the next one is órale. So órale means come on, wow. There's no exact translation, but phrases like, like right on or way to go come pretty close. So the words maybe like awesome or even something, yeah, that's pretty much what it is, I think, yeah. So you can say something like, hey, compré mis boletos de avión para viajar a Mexico. I bought my plane tickets to go to Mexico. And someone, your friend, would respond, like, órale, like, how awesome, like, that's great. I personally don't really use it like that. I tend to use it like, for example, if I'm trying to go and my younger sister might be taking too long to get ready to go and I'm probably yelling at her from the door saying órale, órale, vámonos, like come on, let's go, let's go. So I would definitely use it more like come on. So yeah, that's órale. And then we have chido and padre, which means cool and awesome. Basically, yeah. So yeah, pretty much like if you, for example, say, oh, you see this really cool motorcycle out in the street, you say, mira esta moto, like, que chido, like, right? Like, super cool, like, it's really awesome. I use chido sometimes, but I use padre a lot actually, and I would say it's kind of regional. So maybe in some areas of Mexico you're gonna hear people say que chido, and in other parts of Mexico you'll hear people say que padre, like that's so cool. So padre, by the way, also means father. So yeah, I guess fathers are cool. So, and then the next one is camión. So camión usually means like truck. I've heard people say camioneta, so that kind of means truck. And yeah, so I would say people use it a lot for bus. So like you can also say autobús, but you will definitely hear a lot of people in Mexico and around Mexico say camión. So like for example, you can say or ask like ¿cómo puedo llegar a Acapulco desde el aeropuerto del DF? And DF obviously is no longer Distrito Federal, it's now just La Ciudad de Mexico, which is Mexico City, no longer federal district. So you would say, how can I, get to Acapulco from the airport in Mexico City? And someone would answer your question and say, la opción más económica sería tomar un camión. And that would be translating to the cheapest option would be to take a bus. And so yeah, so that is camión. So I hope you guys enjoyed some slang words that we use in Mexico, and catch me in the next video so I can teach you some more slang words in Spanish.